Merrimack TV content may no longer be available on YouTube. To continue watching our programs, please download the Merrimack TV app from your device's app store. Programs may also be available at merrimacktv.com.
Good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this time I'm going to call the meeting to order. This is the meeting of the Town Center Committee, and for Friday, May the 23rd, 2025, held in the Matthew Thornton Meeting Room at the Town Hall. First order of business is to designate a minute taker, and I have not heard. I assumed that Rhonda would do it again. She's been doing it from the minutes, from the recording of the meeting, and I did just send her an email, but I haven't heard back. Also, I haven't seen Leo LaViolette, who should be here in place of Dawn, and that's unfortunate because that's the first thing on the agenda. I'll just give him a quick phone call. If I can make my phone work.
Yeah, he's got 3 agenda items.
Yeah. Yeah, because Dawn said she could not make it. And so, hang on 1 second. Excuse me. I can't seem to get his phone number to come up. Try Dawn. Me. Let me try it.
They're going to get back to me when they,
What is that?
they're going to get back to me when they deal with what's going on. They're reaching out to them right now.
To who?
To Leo.
Oh, to Leo. Who did you talk to?
Sharon actually downstairs.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she'll text me when she finds out what's going on.
Yeah. Okay, well, we can go ahead and we can skip ahead over those items. And of course, Matt is the next person who's not here. So the status of the town center videotaping and media centers. Media center has a good report to give us about an award.
Sure, I have better than a report, I have a video to show you.
Oh.
So, I mentioned at the last meeting that with the nicer weather around the corner, although it hasn't been that nice. But we did find a few days, actually, in the past month or so to get out on the trail. So watching the video you're about to watch, you're going to think that we've had the best spring ever. But we wanted to highlight a video about the Merrimack trails.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about it in a bit, but I'll just show the video. If Justin's ready, I'll show the video.
Walkways and bike paths are great spaces to be active and exercise, but there's more than meets the eye on these local trails. It's happening in Merrimack. No matter the weather, Merrimack's trails are alive with wildlife, hikers, and bikers all year round. And for visitors like Karina, it's the sense of wonder that brings her out to explore the trails.
I think every time I do a new trail, it becomes my favorite because it's always something new. Nature is so cool. We heard an owl. I was like, that's so cool, yeah.
For Merrimack local, Carmeli, these natural spaces are an outlet where she can find peace.
It just gives me a good perspective in life. I'm walking in nature.
The physical and mental benefits provided by these pathways don't end there, with trail connections being made all throughout town, like Wasserman Park to Horse Hill Nature Preserve via the Quarry Trail, or Watson Park to Wildcat Falls with the Sauhegan River Trail, where we spoke with Tyrell Borowitz.
The more accessibility we have in town, the better. You know, most of us are used to getting in our car and driving around, but some people just don't have that option. Or, you know, making it available for our kids. You know, we want to have safe, accessible ways for people to get around town.
Tyrell, while active on the trails, is also an active member of the Town Center Committee and works for the Nashua Regional Planning Commission, also known as the NRPC.
The Nashua Regional Planning Commission, we're based in Nashua. We serve 13 towns in the region. We kind of act as liaison between the towns and the state a lot of times to help get different kinds of projects funded and coordinated.
A part of that process includes gathering data, which Tyrell does by installing a counter on various trails within Merrimack. These boxes track the number of bicyclists or pedestrians traversing a given area. Tyrell continues explaining how this data benefits the NRPC and community as a whole.
It helps provide justification for towns to get these kinds of projects built. If we invest in these types of projects, people use them, and it's a benefit to the town, and it draws people to the town, and you know, it makes things safer. This provides lots of alternative means for people to get out and about and enjoy the outdoors.
Avid outdoorsman Fred Mackey bikes the trails often.
So yeah, I come out here quite a bit. My son and I mountain biking, and we use all the trails in town.
He maintains them too, as one of his many roles at the Department of Public Works.
No one's getting through that on a bicycle or someone who is elderly and you know, doesn't get around so great. I'd rather be out here doing this. If this wasn't done, there wouldn't be any trails.
And while the Department of Public Works might do a little more of the heavy lifting, the Conservation Commission also has a role in maintaining and preserving these natural areas within Merrimack. Lover of all things outdoors and Conservation Commission member, Ellen Kolb explains the importance in protecting these spaces.
Merrimack is a wonderful town, and it's important that we are able to have recreational and conservation areas, not only for the enjoyment of the residents, but to take care of the natural things that have been here in Merrimack that have helped make it special in the first place. It's really an investment in the future as well as something we can enjoy now.
These trails may be a walk in the park for us, but they are home to an incredible variety of creatures. So be sure to obey signs, clean up after yourself, and respect the natural environment. Local bird watchers Gail and Jerry share some encouragement with us.
We're all part of this ecosystem, so you've got to be responsible. You know, so just basic courtesy to, you know, enjoy the outdoors and be respectful of it.
Don't forget to come prepared with some bug spray and an open mind, because you never know what you might discover.
Just look, because whatever you're expecting to see, you'll find something else. We've got different kinds of waterfowl here. We've got frogs, we've got snakes, little tiny ones. There's really a tremendous variety right here in Merrimack.
To learn more, download Merrimack TV from your device's App Store.
Hey, that's really good. Yeah.
I just watched this morning. Grace has spent an awful lot of time on this.
Yeah.
Thanks to Tyrell for being a big part of this. I'm really floored by the work Grace did here.
Yeah.
It's Public Works Week as well, so I gotta say at just this week, she said, we have to make sure that Department of Public Works is involved with this. She said she was trying to edit it without their involvement. It wasn't going to work. She worked with Lori at the highway garage. Lori made sure she found someone that would be able to speak on, their maintenance of the trails.
Yep.
It was great to have Ellen in this video as well. We've amassed such a great amount of B-roll over the past few years, going back to when Colin was here. Some of the shots you saw in there were things that either Colin shot or someone else in the media division shot. So, but Grace did such an excellent job on this. We covered the concert last night at the high school. Justin and I didn't leave here at about 10 o'clock. Grace stayed till 11:30 to make sure this was done so we could watch it today at the meeting. This is an exceptional video, and I'd like to think that it shows that when the media division collaborates with people, that's our absolute best work. So thanks, Tyrell. Thanks to the Department of Public Works and everyone who, that even bumped into Grace while she was out on the trails. I'm very proud of this piece. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah,
It's a great job.
It's a really good one. I think it's some of her best work. And even just watching it, I'm thinking about, and we hope to do more of this. That's the other thing I want to stress was this week, after the Public Works dedication, I told Grace that this summer I really want her to focus on content with the Department of Public Works through the summer. We've done a few different videos with the DPW, mostly focused on the highway garage, because we did one on the Stowa Road Bridge, we did one about snow removal, but a few of the guys on Wednesday actually came over to me and said, hey, could you do something on the transfer station? And they have ideas now. I think the more that the DPW employees see themselves on camera, and the more they have gotten to know the media staff, they're more likely to do this for us and with us, and it's really exciting. This shot right here, we recently had someone who spoke at a town council meeting about the bridge and this new project. This shot really grabbed me here. Sorry to put you on the spot, Tyrell.
Okay.
There's such an amazing opportunity at the Souhegan River Trail now for people to take selfies or take photos of themselves with this bridge as a backdrop. I think this was a happy accident where Grace had you stand, because this is such a great shot. Not only does it show off the trail, but it shows the history in that bridge. I know if John Listoka was here, he'd be thrilled I was saying something like this.
Yeah.
But this is such a cool shot. And I think a video like this is going to make more people aware of the Souhegan River Trail.
Yeah.
And start using it more. And if you didn't notice, that is me on a bike. I just wanted to show that off. Because my calves look great. So.
You're too dark. It's too shady.
I would have never known and barely even can tell it's you right now, so.
Yeah.
You didn't know I was buff. That's
I did
that's
not
what
know.
I was feeling.
Oh, I knew you were.
So I'm really proud of this video, and yeah, I'm looking forward to doing more of this stuff and having staff work on things like this summer, because it's exceptional. So
That's cool to hear that the public works guys are excited and want to get more involved in that.
we talked about that too, because I said
Just
5
turn on
years
your
ago
mic.
that just
I expressed my excitement that the public works guys are involved and interested in this type of stuff.
5 years ago, it was like pulling teeth to get someone in DPW to do anything on camera. And I think one of the things that helped was when Colin was with us, he was really adamant about trying to do stuff with the DPW. We really wanted to humanize the department, because I think it's something that we take for granted often, is the people behind the work, It's very quick to say, oh, they're not filling a pothole on my street, but they are doing that, and significantly more that we just don't think about, right?
Yeah.
So it's cool that they're excited, and I think, once we made those few videos, and we actually won an award for the Stowa Road Bridge video, where there's a plaque, and we presented it to them late last year. We presented it to them, so we have a duplicate copy that's hanging up at the highway garage. So whenever those guys take a break or have lunch or dinner or whatever it is, they walk by that plaque, and they not only see Media Division, they see Bob Burley and Bob Lovering's name. So I think they all maybe want to get that same sort of recognition. So that definitely has helped. But it's also just kind of warmed them up to us and who we are. And I think we've built a trust that we're here to make town employees look as good as we know that they are. And that's super important. So they trust us. So
Wonderful job.
I'm looking forward to more having the media, my staff do more videos just like this. Because it's not just about showing off the trail, it's also showing what's available to residents and who are the people behind maintaining these resources.
And it shows the skills you've got in your department. I think the media, like Grace you mentioned, who put this video together, I think this is tremendously great. And I just wonder, can we do something to get it more widely distributed? Because, you know, everybody doesn't have Channel 6.
Well, Nelson, Merrimack TV isn't just cable TV. We have a dedicated app, so we do have just under 5,000 cable subscribers in Merrimack that can see our channel, but I'm very proud of the fact we have over 3,000 people who have downloaded the Merrimack TV app. So this video will be on there as well. It will be in our local news section. So it'll play hundreds of times throughout the year on the cable channels, but it'll be accessible anytime on the Merrimack TV app. Also through a web browser, you can now go to our merrimacktv.com and click on Video Vault, and you can watch all Merrimack TV content there. And, you know, part of my role in the media division now is being an administrator for almost all of the town's social media presence. So this video isn't only going to get posted to the Merrimack TV Facebook page, but it's going to be posted to the town's Facebook presence, the town center committees as well. And I'll make sure that throughout the summer, maybe even other town departments could share it to their page. I don't see why, you know, it wouldn't be a good thing for the fire department, police department, the library to share this type of content and let residents know what's happening through town and what's available to them.
It's such good work. It should get broader distribution, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then the thing I always encourage people, I encourage the board, but I encourage also anyone who may be watching, when you see content like this that really shows Merrimack at its best, and you're on Facebook and you see that in the scroll, click share. Share it to your page. Yeah. Organic shares is how people are going to see something. And the more you share something on social media, that's how, you know, someone who may not even be following the town center page or the Merrimack TV page, it's going to show up in their recommended, you know, you might like, and they'll be able to see it that way. So those organic shares are important for people to see it.
And what I've learned, Nelson, is I don't fear public speaking. I'm just a terrible public speaker, but they make you look okay. So it's a safe bet to participate, and you know, for any public works guys or any other departments that are a little concerned, they make it work nicely. So
I like the one with the public works guys are moving the log off the trail that fell over
It's great.
Trail. I mean, that's, you know, it's heavy lifting and really good work that they're doing to support all this.
I've got to say hats off to Lori. She's been very helpful to us. And she gets it, you know, she was shy about being on camera for a little while too, but she was in our snow removal video. And I think she's helping us kind of find the employees that, you know, aren't too nervous to be on camera. But, yeah, I got a kick out of being at the luncheon on Wednesday and talking to the DPW guys. And, you know, one of the guys, Bob, who drove, you know, Grace got to go with him actually in the plow truck this winter when she made that video. And he said, oh, it was great having company. And she was so fun and easy to deal with. And I think that's what makes these videos great, both when Colin was here and especially now with Grace, is they make people feel comfortable, and they recognize that we're not out to make them look foolish or anything like that. We want them to be themselves, and then also, show their passion for their work. And this is excellent stuff.
It was a great video.
Great.
Great, so that's my update.
Oh, that's a great update.
Yeah.
You just keep doing what you're doing, man.
We're trying. I should say, too, I'll take it as an opportunity to mention that, I mentioned this before the meeting started, that we were just notified by the Alliance for Community Media last week that for the third year in a row, our Merrimack Moment series was named the best web-based program on community TV in the country, specifically for our episode about our high school volunteer play-by-play announcer, Lucas Goldberg. But Grace co-produced that segment with me, but she wrote and edited that segment entirely. I love saying that in my department, how I lead my team is I say we share our wins, I take the losses. But I just want to stress just how proud I am of Grace and also Justin.
Yep.
They're incredible. They're just incredible talents, and the town is so lucky to have them. They really are.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, thank you very much. That's a great, great update. Leo, you got here late, but you're here, and that's...
Apologize about that.
That's okay. Well, we can go back to the beginning of our agenda. We skipped over to D on our old business, but let's go back to the Babusick Lake sidewalk, which is the first thing we're interested in. And
Okay.
how's it going?
Good. So initially, we thought we weren't on the TAP grant for the sidewalk program.
Yeah.
As far as I know, we've been placed back into the pool. I don't know the full details of this, so Dawn will have to give us a little bit better update on it, but I believe we're still in the running anyway. I could be wrong, though. So,
This is terrible.
well, no, that's good. That's good. I mean, if we have the TAP grant, we'll be able to do that sidewalk project. If we do, I'm not positive of that, though. I was involved with it in the beginning, and initially we were pulled out of I think we were number 4 out of the 3 projects that were picked.
And then we got moved up to 1, I was told.
I believe you're right.
Yeah.
But I don't know for certain because I was kind of out of the loop on that communication. So,
Yeah.
so I don't want to give the committee the wrong info. That's
Okay, I'll have to
Terrell
talk.
might.
Yeah, I mean, based on what I know, I think that's accurate.
Is that
yeah.
correct? Yeah.
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 Yeah, there was a big difference between the cost estimates of all the projects between when they were submitted and then after DOT looked at them, because they have their engineers look at them and cost out the projects and stuff. So there was a big discrepancy there, so things kind of got shuffled after that.
Oh, okay.
So
I know our cost estimate they re-looked at our cost estimate, and I feel like it was a little high to begin with, and then DOT had even higher numbers.
yeah, they had really high numbers for all the projects, yeah.
So I'm glad that worked out for us. I guess that's the deciding factor in there.
Yeah.
So,
Well, tell us where we are right now, Terrell. We're not in the running to get this near term, or?
Well, it's,
What was
okay, so the process is the TAP grant applications are sent in, they're reviewed by the planning commission and ranked, and then DOT
Yeah.
takes them and figures out the cost estimates, send them back, and then it's voted on by the commission. And then I think it still has to just get approved by, one other step of the bureaucracy, whether it's the,
Executive,
what's that?
does it go to the executive council, or is it?
Yeah, I think it does go to the governor's council.
Governor's
or the
council,
executive-
right,
Something
yeah.
like that, yeah.
yeah, which they meet in the summer.
Right.
So our clean water grants also get approved through that. So even if you're through the entire grant process, like we are with our clean water grants, it still has to go across the governor's desk and be signed off on them.
Yeah, that's the last thing. And then it gets added into the 10-year plan or the whatever state plan it is.
So where is it now? It's waiting for the governor, or it's waiting for this meeting with the governor, or?
I think so.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, that's a new wrinkle I hadn't expected. All right, we'll have to do a little more homework on that one. How about the Church Street property survey?
Okay, so we're doing that in-house. We've got the survey, the existing condition survey done, and we're
Okay.
working on the design of that. It's one of the,
You were going to look at several different alternatives, weren't they? This was for the, this is being done for the council, this survey,
correct,
correct?
correct. So that we can close off Church Street, okay?
Yeah.
Because of the US Route 3 Bridge and Wire Road project. So the redesign will close off Church Street from, from Daniel Webster, so that we can actually run the sidewalks through there.
I understand all that. What I don't understand is what we've got to do next, or what the town has to do next to make it happen. We needed approval from the council to close off Church Street. That's their action. And they wanted DPW to do some alternate configurations, my understanding.
Correct.
Some alternate configurations of the dead end, how it's going to work.
Correct.
And John was going to take on that job for the DPW.
Yep.
And so where is it now? Is it, you said some of it was done already?
Yes, the existing condition survey,
Yeah.
we've completed that
Yeah.
portion of it. And we're in the midst of doing design work for the Hammerhead end.
Okay.
So
Who is doing that?
that's in-house in our DPW
In DPW?
admin,
Yeah.
engineering department. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you counting on summer help or something to do that, or?
Yep, we're gonna be doing that with our interns and, myself and our civil engineer, Jared. So,
Okay. So what does it look like for getting back to the council? I guess I'll ask, that's the next step.
that's a good question. We've got a couple other things going on at the moment. So as far as a time frame, I don't know. I'll have to talk to Dawn about the time frame.
Well, that's what we'd like to know,
Okay.
okay? Okay, the, Matt Chivinell is not here. I don't know why. He didn't say not coming, but anyway, we'll have to postpone any discussion of O'Gara Drive sidewalk.
I actually met with him early in the week on another subject.
With Matt?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
And I can just tell you that, and I think he's had this on, I don't know if it was on at a council meeting or a school board meeting, but he's trying to push off a roofing project to next year and use the money that he had for the roofing project to do O'Gara Drive. Now, I don't know if that's been approved or blessed, but that's his thought process. I can offer that.
I think that's accurate because it came to the planning and building committee, for the planning and building committee, spoke about the CIP, and he did say that they could put the roof off for a bit to try and fit that in.
Okay, so who has to approve that? Is that the school board?
Yes.
Who's got the ball on that? Or-
I mean, I assume Matt's gonna present that to the school board.
Yeah,
Whether or not they approve it, I mean, obviously, that's their prerogative.
obviously, right?
Yeah, but it is good to know that he's thinking in that
I know Matt's been good and been on top of that, and he's been very concerned about the condition of O'Gara Drive, and it's.
I actually rode down it after, he said, ride down O'Gara Drive after you leave my office.
Yeah.
And it's not dangerous per se, but there's pothole patches all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a checkerboard of pothole patches.
I think he said Public Works went and spent a quick day. I think they filled 21 potholes. Yeah, and some were deep. I go there with grandkids in the morning, and I knew the pothole was there. I still hit it anyhow. It's like a magnet, but they've taken temporary care of it.
Right.
How does that work if the money for the roof project was had to be voted on and stuff?
It was in the CIP. I don't know how the school board will deal with it. They could put it as a warrant article, or they could put it in the budget. I'm not sure what their plan was, but they shuffled it around the years out for the roof, because he made mention that the roof was still in a reasonable way. That it's not a critical moment to get it done. I want to say it was for next year, but don't take that to the bank.
I think they got approval to spend the money for the roof, and now he wants to move it over to the, and they didn't get approval for O'Gara Drive, and he thinks O'Gara Drive is more important. That's my impression of what has happened there.
I think you're right.
Yeah. And it's more important because it's so full of potholes and everything. And included in that is the sidewalk. That's why we're involved with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Would that take up all of the roof money?
Just for that one project, and I wish I could remember the numbers, because 350 is kind of coming to mind, but I
Because that was like a $800,000
project.
and
Yes.
the roof on the one portion of the roof is leaking into the school.
Well, the roof he was talking about, he said it wasn't in that critical state, because if it was leaking, that's critical. And he led us to, this is 2 weeks ago maybe, he led me, my recollection was that it was safe to put it off for a short period of time.
Don't take this as cynicism, but I have experience with roofs and flat roofs, and they can be patched, and they can last longer with roofs don't leak. You can fix a leak on a roof. That's my only point.
Yeah.
And this is
have industrial buildings that
Leaks.
I have to worry about this stuff.
Had leaks.
So
this wasn't part of the recent conversation, but I've heard the conversation over roofs over the years that it gets into there's an insulation layer, I guess, and it gets into that, and that's when it becomes the real problem. But I'm not a roofer, and it wasn't as important in my mind as other things that I deal with on the other side of the ledger.
If you let it go for months or something like that, you might have some problems. But I don't think anybody lets a roof leak forever. I mean, especially in a school, if you have a roof leak, I'm sure they address it.
Especially this week with the rain we've
Now,
had.
things do go into life, and you have to replace them, just like the roof on your house. But, you can patch a roof that'll last easily a year or two if you have to.
Yeah,
So I think that's Matt's thought process.
yeah,
But I don't know how, it was a warrant article, so I don't know how you can just,
yeah.
you can't just it's not
Use
like,
it for something
it's not like a
else.
pot of money that you can discretionarily.
Well, that's why I don't think it was tied to that. I think it was just in the CIP that I saw, and that was just the plan. It wasn't necessarily that money was already allocated, but they shuffled it around in the
Okay,
CIP.
so it's was not a warrant article. That's what he's saying.
No, our conversation was about the CIP, and so, and that's why it wasn't that it was an approved, because I think you're right, if you have a warrant article approved for a roof, you can't put it over to a sidewalk.
Yeah.
So you're talking about a different pool of money?
It's in the CIP, their plans,
Okay, yeah, okay.
and that was it.
The CIP is money that, as I understand it, is money that's in the bank that we set aside maybe a couple years ahead before we actually expend the money to build up a reserve of cash to do that.
Those are capital reserve funds, but in the CIP, it's the plan, and then ways you fund it might be different. It might be a budgeted thing.
Okay.
For the school districts, bigger
Yeah.
numbers are easier to deal with in a school budget because the budget is so much bigger. For us, a project of a couple $1,000,000 might be, you might want to bond it, or it all depends, I guess.
The town does a really good job with capital reserve accounts. The
Yeah.
schools do not. The town does a great job of projecting out what they're gonna need in the future, and they put the money aside to have. But the schools don't do that,
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
Well, they, on the roofs, they seem to stagger through pretty regularly, but there, again, this conversation that we had on the CIP at the Planning and Building Committee meeting was that there was gonna be a lull of, I think it was 10 or 12 years with no roofs being needed to be taken care of. And so they, at that point, they were talking about, at the Planning and Building meeting, Matt was telling us that he was gonna be promoting the idea of a capital reserve fund for roofing projects so that they can, gently work into it.
Yeah, I guess we need more information.
Yeah.
We're talking
I
around
agree.
it.
Question, a Garrett Drive would come under the school budget, not the town budget?
It's
Correct.
a town road, it's a school district road, that's right.
The
It's like a
school
driveway.
owns the road, yeah.
They won't even let the town go 50 feet into the road without their permission.
Yep. Well, we did patch it for them,
That was
because
out
it
of
was quick fix.
goodness of your heart.
It was, exactly. It's true. I mean, the pool of money comes, it's all one big pool of money that the property taxes and revenues and everything have to pay for, but we do like to maintain our separate budgets so we know where things are.
Okay. We can move on to item C, the status of the Route 3 Wire Road and Babusick Brook bridges. Leo,
All right.
you got some news for us.
Well, I know a little bit more about this than the other.
That's good.
The current state of the design is the consultants are working on the stormwater designs right now. They had some initial designs that we've gone back and forth on. Mostly issues of MS4 compliance. Oh, thank you. I turned it off.
Let's start over so that.
Okay. So anyway, the consultant is working on the stormwater design right now. We've had a couple drafts going back and forth to satisfy MS4 requirements and some land use requirements in the area. It's a small area, and we've got a lot of water to capture in there. So that's still going on right now. The plan right now is to get the final design done this fall so we can go into a bidding phase in the later fall and bid over winter for a spring construction start.
Well, that's good news. That's still on schedule.
That's still on schedule.
Yeah.
We're also going through the right-of-way process right now. It's a little bit more time-consuming. However, we've taken part of that and started doing that ourselves. Dawn is working on there's a right-of-way DOT checklist for properties throughout, so we're doing that. But that's going on, and it's an ongoing process, so.
Well, my understanding is that at least one of the properties was settled and the landowner's already got his money.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Okay, I just happen to know this person, and he's on Wire Road.
Okay.
Between the bridge and the Route 3
Mhm.
in that area with a back up to the brook.
Okay.
Kind of thing. And he's already got his money, but
Hmm.
I don't know about this. I'm sure there's more than his little property.
Well, right over here, the town had to give up a sliver of the police station property for construction easements, slope easements maybe?
Yeah, that was the slope easement.
Yeah, and
That
it wasn't a ton, but, so I don't know if we've received the check, but I know that that was taken care of. That was
Yeah.
something that was,
Yeah.
agreed to.
Mhm.
So anyway, you're telling us a schedule that's consistent with previous schedules.
Mhm.
Uh, Unlike Babusick Lake Road sidewalk. Okay, well, thank you. That's good information to have. We'll move on to new business for the, Finley, I was going to give you an opportunity to tell us if there's any impacts from the town center, the town's budget cuts that were made at the town meeting time, and also if anything's come out of the latest from Washington as far as impacting any of our sidewalk work.
Well, as far as the budget, going to the default budget, we had nothing specific in the budget.
Yeah.
That was pulled out because of that, so sidewalk monies are still there, and I don't know that, as this comes up out here, we'll be dealing with those, with whatever we have to pay in for that, but that, we pulled nothing out of the default budget, and we had nothing specific lined up either, though.
Yeah.
So, there are changes. If it happens again next year, it's going to be a real tough thing, because at that point, we're falling behind. And making it back up is a long process, because when you were 2 years behind, it starts to make that up. It's going to be a jump in the taxes, and so it's going to be a very gradual thing, which could take 5 or more years. So,
You're speaking of the repaving projects?
well,
or
paving, we did pull a little bit out of paving. I think it was $140,000 came off the top.
Yeah.
And the difficulty with that for me is that, and Dawn has pointed out that ideally $2 million a year for paving would kind of get us to close to staying even. And so I've always believed that an easy cut to take care of your budget shortfalls is paving and those type of things. But the problem is 10 years down the road, it will cost everybody a lot of money. And so I fight pulling those things out of our budget. I think they're very important.
Yeah.
But so that was it. Is we had, there were other areas that took hits. I sit on the Adult Community Center. I go to their monthly meetings, and their request was cut back to last year's, which they knew that would probably happen, and we'll make it work. Everybody's been pitching in, trying to figure out how we can do this with the least amount of damage, I guess.
Okay, it's not too bad, but not too good
Yeah.
either, but at least we holding on to our present plan.
Yep.
Let's talk about the footbridge over the Sauhegan River. At one of our meetings, not the last meeting, but the meeting before that, there was a woman by the name of Mrs. Cassell who came and talked to us and expressed a great interest in reviving the footbridge over the Sauhegan River that's presently closed to the public. And somebody was going to follow up, I don't remember who it was, and it didn't get in the minutes, with her and find out if she wanted to work the project or or does anybody know the status of that project? I guess I'll ask first off.
I don't. As far as Ms. Castle or Cassell, I don't know what the status is on that conversation.
Yeah.
As far as the footbridge,
yeah.
I believe Don has it in the part of the 10-year plan, or it's in it.
It is in the 10-year plan. It's on our CIP, but it's far out to, I want to say 2032.
Yeah.
She's been trying to work with the state DOT bridge section, and I don't know if she sent the letter, but she's got a letter out to them pleading for replacement. We've sent a lot of pictures of what's going on over there. Kids are climbing over the top of the bridge. to get across, and it's very dangerous because it's a metal trestle bridge, but it's completely encased in wire fence, and they're walking on the wire fence to get across. And if you guys have been up there, it's a good 30 feet off of the water edge, so it's very dangerous. So she's taking that very seriously, and she wants to get this thing pushed ahead. Also, it feels like it makes a lot of sense during the F.E. Everett widening project to be able to do this work, because the new bridge, or even taking the old bridge off the abutments, would come directly off the F.E. Everett. It's very, very close to the F.E. Everett Bridge, and we would need their permission to do so anyway. It just would make sense while the construction is going on to have it done.
Yeah. So you say Dawn has written a letter?
I don't know if she's written it yet,
Yeah.
or it's already gone out. I'm not sure.
Okay, if it's gone out, we'd like a copy. I think
Okay.
the Town Center Committee has an interest in that. Any other comments from anybody?
Well, when it comes to the footbridge, the difficulties are, the reason it's in disrepair is because of the winter maintenance chemicals coming onto it and corroding it. There's been, I think it was goals meeting conversation, I can't remember for sure, but it was about possibly moving that footbridge, which would add to the cost because we don't have abutments elsewhere, we have them there. Because you'd have to have, I don't know what you'd have to put a roof over it, I think, just to protect it from, that splash over. And a stainless steel roof would be very costly. A shingled roof is needing repair periodically, and that's a lot of heavy weight come crashing down with all those chemicals in it. So there was conversation about moving it up towards the highway garage, but it's a wider span and it has no abutments, and so they were looking at over $1 million for that, as I recall. I think I got that from Don. But
The Town Center Committee has never been involved in any of those discussions.
and again, Nelson, it was formal in as much it was a posted meeting, but it was a goals meeting, so we're just bouncing around ideas. And so
what can we, the Town Center Committee, do to advance this thing? We'd be stepping out of our boundaries if we talk about moving the bridge to somewhere else, and lots more money.
No, it would be, and that's why if there's some engineer could figure it out more easily than I could, but I think we would have to, we don't want to go through, 20 years down the road having to do another bridge because it's rotted. It was tube steel, I believe, and it was shocking when I saw pictures, I don't know who took them, but down the tube, you could see sunlight poking through like a bunch of holes all the way down the tube. And, it would just go. It's just structurally unsound, and as you've suggested, and I've seen the closure that they've had on it, and it's always, they're trying to repair the closure or try and keep everybody off, but when you're 15 years old, you're pretty adventuresome, I guess.
You make a way,
Yeah, and so it's a hazard.
Well, okay, I guess I would like to ask the council or whoever is doing these discussions to involve the Town Center Committee in this discussion, and let us have our input. Either we step out of our boundaries or we step away from it. But I think
I think you should. The committee should be involved. But again, it wasn't a deep conversation that we had on it.
Yeah.
It was passing thoughts at a goals meeting.
Well, if there's a discussion.
No, if there, absolutely.
Then the Town Center Committee ought to be involved.
And they should be and will be, yes.
I have a question regarding that.
Yeah.
So I've walked the trail all the way up to Wildcat Falls. And obviously, when you walk the trail, you go underneath the highway bridge. And that other bridge, the footbridge, kind of goes to the left. Why do we need that footbridge?
Because there's a trail system on the south side of the river that goes behind the condos, and I don't know how far it is, but the planning board had those included in, the easements and so on when those spots were developed. When I think it's 55 and older housing on the backside as well as.
Yeah, well, yeah, the people who live on the other side were very in favor of having a footbridge that would cross to this town center. That's one group that actively promoted this at the beginning. And so you say, why do we need it? There's a large population living there that felt they needed it because they wanted a way to get to the town center. And that's where it came from.
So it's a luxury.
Well, and
Well,
it includes
a lot of
a connection to the high school as well, so it's a
Yep, high school,
alternate.
connection to the school.
quicker
as well.
route for
Yeah.
that as well.
Which is why it is a luxury item for sure, but it's one of those things that fits into the community, and that's why we try and find grant money, which is what Don's
Yeah.
working on, to do those things.
I mean, to me, that opens up a whole nother discussion about, for all around town, different accessibility. Having that footbridge, yeah, it's nice for those people who live back there to be able to cut through there and go over the footbridge, but couldn't that argument be the same argument for people in other parts of
Sure.
the town?
And they're making it.
Hey, why don't we have sidewalks here or there? Why don't we have, easy access to Wasserman Park from our neighborhood over here or there or whatever? I mean, so I'm just after I walked the trail and I said, geez, I can get underneath the highway right here and go to Wildcat Falls and enjoy the walk and so forth. The footbridge, goes to the left and probably goes to those neighborhoods like you guys said, but
I think the reason it doesn't go to Washington is probably housing density. I know on the south side of the river, you have the birches. You have
It was
the
part of I think it was part of the original town center study that was done by NRPC. And it shows a bridge in there, I think, as a future thing. So that's how it got in our bailiwick, is because it's in our turf, if you will. But,
And we also got the bridge for $10,000, as I remember it, and so.
didn't Connie get that somewhere or something?
Yeah, he was doing a project out, I think it was Dover, but out that way.
Out on the.
Yeah, and they didn't need the footbridge any longer, and so he finagled out, and I think it was $10,000 costs. And then the state dropped it in place. They built the abutments, and I don't think that we paid for the abutments. I think they did that as part of the widening of the Merrill's Marauders Bridge project.
I think it was, yeah.
I'm just saying, why don't we have contiguous sidewalks on Continental Boulevard for all the companies that have thousands of people working there that pay millions of dollars in taxes? We're worried about this footbridge that goes to a population of what in the community, and
The density is a big part.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a lot of density in other places.
That's true. And the reality is, there's a ton of stuff that is a luxury to make a community. And it's just, this was the path that we've worked. These were the focus. I tried the O'Gara, Greek Hill. Coming out of the high school, that was a project I was supportive of. And again, that's all about density. It's tons of kids that were going down
You're talking Woodbury Street.
Woodbury Street. I
Yeah.
can't think of it.
Frank's or Tomahawk.
Yeah, and so the kids would walk down the street, and I don't think anybody was injured, but it was obviously a place that could use it. Continental Boulevard, multitude of problems, not least of which the state owns. They want to give it to us. We're not going to take it. But so they'd have to be, part of that sidewalk discussion. And I understand your point. It's just that it's tough getting things happening anyhow, so.
You gotta bring it, it's really gotta be brought to the council, I think, if you wanna do something with sidewalks in that area. I think they're the ones who have to make the decisions. It's really out of our jurisdiction to promote sidewalks in other places in town, and there's plenty of them. I'm not saying there isn't,
Right.
but,
I'm putting my economics hat on. I just don't see what the value of that footbridge is compared to so many other things in town.
Well, again, I mean, the footbridge we just had built for a
I mean,
couple
what you
million
said,
dollars, it was the
bucks,
same
$1 million
thing.
bucks to put a new footbridge in? What was the number you said?
It was 2 million for this footbridge over at behind the fire station. You're right, those are luxuries, you know, and
We got beautiful trails that people can participate in now.
you're right, and we could, we can, but the same thing holds true for all of it. It's, you know, our footbridge is a necessity. No, it is a nicety, and it works into the town center plan that's been going on since whenever it was,
It's
Nelson.
09.
09.
09, yeah.
And so, you know, when times get tough financially, things don't happen. And so.
And they're always tough.
And sometimes tougher than others. Like
Yeah.
right now, it's a little tough, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so another thing about this bridge, because it's on the state 10-year plan, the state is a major contributor to funding that plan, that project, right?
Right.
Yeah, we have a local match probably, or I don't know how the mechanism, how it got on the plan.
It's typically 80/20.
Right, so the
And-
state's gonna be covering 80%.
Which is what happened to the River Trail project.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That was an 80/20.
Yeah.
And, because you're right, that would never happen without.
With the town
the
alone,
grant, which is-
yeah.
I mean, I'm thrilled that they're putting sidewalks on Route 3 here, all that stuff, and that's an 80/20 on that.
Yeah, and that all has to go through the process of putting forth the projects and comparing them to other projects in the area and the state.
Right,
vetting
and get
them
our
and all that
list, and the
stuff.
beauty for us has been, we do have capital reserve funds to cover our 20% on projects, and so we've been able to advance them sometimes quicker than other communities. That's been beneficial. I've been saying for a while that we're down to our last couple of bridges, and the bridges that we've been building the last 75 to 100 years, so we won't have to build any more bridges in all our lifetimes. It's, you know, it's going.
You're talking about road bridges?
Yeah. Yes.
Vehicle road bridges?
Yeah, yeah, and that was a brook crossing here on Route 3 is gonna be done. I think that's the last one that we own.
Chamberlain is one on the list, but.
Oh, yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
right. I'm hoping that's gonna be a repair. That's about 10 years from now, isn't it?
It is, that's also a 2032, but Chamberlain, because of the repairs we did due to the trail, that's likely upgraded the conditions of the existing bridge. So we've greatly improved that bridge with the trail project. As far as I'm concerned, the trail project itself gave value to more than just the trail. It gave more value to the Chamberlain Bridge.
Right,
Yeah.
because there was a possibility when those discussions will begin in the years out, that they would have torn it down and put some new steel structure.
There was talk of that. I know
Yeah.
that that's really looked unfavorably on, but there was talk of that.
Right, and that's why your point that with the trail underneath now enhance the value, as you suggested. And, but
Okay, I don't think there's much more we can do with that today. We've got one more thing I wanted to bring up was the support for the 4th of July pancake breakfast put on by the Rotary. Last year, we couldn't support it because I wasn't here. Nobody else volunteered. Does anybody want to volunteer with me to help make that move possible?
if I can hang with you, I will. My difficulty, Nelson, is I have.
You have too many grandkids.
And they're little monkeys. And so you ever corral monkeys running around a place like the pancake breakfast? So if I can have my kids come and scoop up their kids, I can hang with you. It's just absolutely giving you 100% commitment today is tough. But
Okay.
I would love hanging with you though.
What is the time frame?
It's 4th of July. On the 4th of July, the breakfast runs from like 8 in the morning
8
till
till 11.
8 till 11. Yeah.
I'll be flipping pancakes.
Okay.
But if you want to, I mean, I can help set up, I can help, kind of casually look over there and see if everything's all right, but I can't stand there.
Who's the guy who's in charge of everything this year?
Carl,
Ellis?
Ellis.
Yeah, Carl Ellis, okay. I have reached out to him to let him know what we would like. He or his predecessors used to arrange to get us a table there and some chairs for our people to sit. And that's all that really has to be done.
Do you have his phone number?
I do have his phone number. You want it?
He lives down by you too.
He does?
Yeah.
I didn't know, I have no idea where he lives.
And he's a really good guy. You
Yeah.
can knock on his door if you wanted to.
Okay, well, I've reached out to him, I sent him an email just before this meeting to let him know that we're interested again in doing that. Another thing we could consider, if it was the wish of somebody on the board to do it, is to improve the handout that we have, that we usually give handouts. We've got some old ones, but it's the newer, it probably could use some updating. The secretaries at the town hall, here's a few more. There. There's one for you and for them. And if somebody would like to, I think the map on this one is obsolete. Yes, because it needs a new map. This was July of 2023, and since then, of course, we've got the Wildcat Falls Trail, which isn't shown on here as being complete. And if we can do that, if somebody wants to take on that.
Didn't the NRPC do this?
What?
Didn't the NRPC do this?
Yeah.
Yes,
So they must have it in their database.
they do.
Probably be some minor, very minor color changes or whatever.
Yeah, just minor color changes, yeah.
Yeah.
If you could get me the map, I'd be happy to update the other portions of this.
Oh, yeah, I think the map is in your,
If you could get me you're saying the update, if I could get the updated map as a PDF file, as a digital file,
yeah.
I can update the rest of the flyer itself, if that's what you're looking to do.
Oh, okay. And Becky would help us out too, if somebody wanted to take this on. She's the secretary to the council, but she also helps us a little bit on the side. And we've got time now to work on some.
Do you want me to talk to Becky about that and see if we can get this done over the next week or two, so it's ready for the 4th of July?
Well, yeah, I'd like to look at it before you do it.
What exactly needs to, sorry to interrupt, I'm sorry, go ahead.
What?
I was gonna ask, what exactly needs to get updated on this map?
Okay, the only thing that's really out of date is the trail, the Sahegan River Trail.
Number 1, right?
But that's,
Number 4,
but that's on here as a existing trail, isn't it?
Oh, okay, yeah, 4.
I don't know, you got a different one than I do?
No, it's on here. It's this little dashed green line, right? Is that
You're
green?
right, yeah, it's on there.
I was gonna say, we updated this, I thought, last year.
I
Oh, it's
updated
been
this.
updated several times.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Dawn updated it once. This one here, I don't know, do you have is it, there a number 4 and a number 10 on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see the little dashed line that goes through here? It's kind of hard to see because of all the little tree dots. But
Yeah, but it's shown as dotted red, which means a proposed trail, if you look
Is
at the code.
I see it as an existing trail.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's darker red.
It's kind of maroon or something.
There's 2 reds.
You got 2 reds, but it's definitely maroon color or.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see it as an existing trail.
because it's the same as the trails in Twin Bridge, the same color. That's where the proposed is at the end of,
do you see? It's kind of hard
Twin
to see,
Bridge.
but it's this kind of like dashed line. That goes
Dotted,
through
so I
here.
go up here and look at the dotted line.
Yeah, so there's.
It says proposed trail.
And then there's existing trail, which is
There's-
this color here.
Oh, okay, I missed that one. I
Yeah.
saw the proposed.
Yeah, because we've got these Wildcat Falls trails here, and
Those
it
are
connects,
just-
and it goes
yeah,
through here also.
yeah.
The one that's proposed on here is the Twin Bridge one.
The two colors
Yeah.
are close.
Okay,
The colors
Yeah.
could be a little bit.
yeah.
That's
colors
the
are-
only.
Maybe we can live with this.
Yeah, I would say hold off. Tyrell's right, because
Yeah,
it's up to date.
yeah. Okay,
Why not update the whole thing when there's a bigger change, you know?
that's the only thing, yeah. Well, we've got a bunch of these, we can make these.
Right. So let's get rid of these and then update it.
For handouts,
Sure.
yeah. Okay, I'll take care of that then.
All right. Yeah, if you could send it to me.
Yeah,
And
and
I'll-
here was updated February of this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know why it didn't show the trail as completed, but,
The colors are very close, though.
Yeah.
Is
yeah,
that what you're saying, Tyrell?
We're running out of colors
Yes.
that
Yeah.
stand out. you know.
right,
Yeah, it could probably be simplified.
yeah. Okay, well,
Nelson, for July 4th, do you need somebody to help man the table
yeah, that's what I had
from
in
8
mind.
till 11?
Yeah,
I could probably do that. If I do
okay,
anything with my grandkids, it'll be in the afternoon probably.
okay. Well, make sure they get pancakes. You can bring them here and get pancakes.
It's a crazy morning for me.
Yeah.
And of
Well, it's
course,
crazy for a
sticky
lot of
syrup.
people. Some people go away, and some people have family events that they have to attend to, and, or they just want to go and eat pancakes and don't want
But,
to.
and it's it, I love going to the pancake breakfast,
Yeah,
but it's having the time to sit with you is the questionable part. But if I'm able to do it, you know I'll be there, Nelson.
okay.
And where
That's,
is the pancake breakfast?
The high school
At the high school?
Yes.
cafeteria.
yeah, it's at the high school. I almost would send you to the wrong school.
Yeah.
Okay, that takes care of everything that I have. There's no public comment today.
Did you want
Is-
to mention this, Nelson?
Oh, well, yeah, I was going to mention that if people have the time to do it. This is, I'll let Terrell talk to this.
Okay.
I brought a couple of copies of it.
So as you saw in the video, I'd set up a trail counter. So these are the printed reports of the counters. I'd set them up at the Sahegan Trail, at Wildcat Falls entrance, at Twin Bridge, the Twin Bridge Trail entrance on Twin Bridge Road, and then at the spot where the trail, the Sahegan and Wildcat Falls trails go underneath the highway there. So these are the, Nelson printed off the reports. They're all viewable online as well through NRPC, and yeah, and I've got them on the schedule again in the fall. I think I'll be coming back and counting them again.
So here's one complete set. You can, if you want
Yeah, if anyone wants
to
to
pass them
look at it.
around to
Yeah.
look at.
Is it online?
Yep, it's online. Yep.
Online.
And this is there's another set here.
Is that at the NRPC?
It's NRPC
Yeah, so-
originated it, and he sent it to me by email, and I can send you this. And it's just encouraging to see the number of people that are actually using these trails, especially the Sahegan River Trail. There's another set. Again, this is antique. But I'm encouraged to see the number of people that we're attracting And if you go by there on the right day,
Oh,
you'll
wow.
find the parking lot is full at Watson Park, and there's nobody in the park. They're all on the trail. And,
I have to leave quickly, but I'll give you a 30-second. The Rotary Club is exploring maybe enhancing the entrance, like when you go down to the parking lot and the break in the fence, and then you have the Boy Scout board there.
Yep.
Rotary Club's looking to maybe enhance that, to make it more attractive and more inviting. But like everything, so far our cost estimates have been expensive. So we're not giving up on it.
Yeah.
But we think it'd be a nice project, because the Boy Scout thing is kind of tilted.
Yeah.
You know, it's been there a while.
Been there a while.
It needs to be shored up and probably freshened up. And then we were thinking about putting some pavers in there with some benches, you know, with a couple of granite posts, you know, and probably some.
There goes the money, yeah, right. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but I do have to go, so.
Okay, well, thanks for coming. We always like to have you. And we appreciate what the Rotary does for us. They're been very supportive for our projects.
Well, I think the people in town support us, and we're able to give
Yeah.
back, so
Good.
it all works well.
Good.
So.
Okay, well, thank you, Bill.
Yeah, bye.
You want to participate in picking the time for the next meeting or the date?
I trust you guys.
Okay.
Now, I have a correction on the minutes. You've got my name spelled wrong. It's Francis with an E.
Oh, I thought I caught all of those. She had, okay, where is,
Under present and
did
then
we,
in the
we
introduction.
didn't vote on the minutes. I forgot about that. We got behind and we jumped into other things. Where is it misspelled?
Under
Francis?
present and then under
present.
introduction in two places.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there's one here. And where's the others?
In the introduction to the new member, right there, that first paragraph.
Yeah, okay.
It's not a big deal because my grandmother spelled it wrong her entire life.
Well, I thought I had there's two places in that paragraph that's wrong. And I thought I'd caught them all. And the thing is, I caught them, and then I had already printed some out. So I tried to print new copies.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Not a big
But
deal.
thank you. Well, it is a big deal, and I think we should spell your name
But if you're
right.
ordering me a sign, we might as well get the sign.
That's right. Will do, Francis. I'm sorry, and thank you for your offer to help on the 4th of July. If you can make it, we'd appreciate it. Yeah, it's wrong.
Oh,
Yeah.
just in the minutes, real quick, the school district had received $500 for their easement that they gave up over here. So,
Yeah.
and I didn't catch that, but.
There's an error in the minutes?
No. The minutes are stating that Matt Chavanel had said the school district received a check for $500 for their easement. And
Yeah.
so your friend getting it, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, so that's two we know of.
Yeah.
Out of 17.
Yes.
I would entertain a motion to approve these minutes with those corrections.
I'll move that, Nelson.
Right? Moved by
I'll second it.
Finley. And who was the second?
Nick.
Nick? Minutes. And I guess I need a motion to adjourn, even though you don't need a motion to open the meeting, I guess.
Do you want to vote on the minutes, Nelson? Did you catch the vote?
Yes, I would like to take a vote on that. For all those in favor of approving the minutes with the changes we've noted to the spelling of Francis Ferrari.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, all in favor. Okay. And now a motion to adjourn.
Or the date of the next
We
meeting.
need the date, Nelson.
Oh, that's right, we do need a date of the next meeting. What's good for you folks? We've got calendars in front of us here. It probably ought to be before the 4th of July. That would be the only thing I would put on it. And hopefully we can get Dawn or somebody to come and explain a little more. So we've got 6, 13, 20, and 27. What's the pleasure of the,
The 20th would work better for me and the media division to have
That
it
works
covered.
better for me, too. 20th.
we can ask nothing more. All those who think the 20th is the right time? Of June, 20th of June.
Looks good to me.
Okay?
So,
Everybody okay with that?
Mhm.
All right, we'll make it 20th. And now we'll take a motion to adjourn. Nick?
Yep.
Do we have a second?
I'll say.
Okay. All those in favor?
I
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, done.